Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another review of a series, and this series is Robyn Hood. R-O-B-Y-N Hood. Robyn Hood is, as the title might suggest, a Robin Hood retelling. But because it's written by K.M. Shea, who's an author I've discussed before with her King Arthur retelling, link down below, Robyn Hood is not your typical Robin Hood. Robyn Hood is a female. I did end up reading this after reading King Arthur and Her Knights, and I'm not sure I liked it as much as I liked King Arthur and Her Knights, but I did really love it. This story takes the story of Robin Hood and it sets a female Robin Hood, and so instead of dating Marian, she is obviously best friends with Marian, although I would love, if anyone who writes is watching this, you should absolutely write about a lesbian Robin Hood who is in love with Maid Marian, because I would read that in a heartbeat. So it's a 2-book series. They're not very long, like most of K.M. Shea's books. You could finish them in an afternoon. I did. I finished them last night. And like all of K.M. Shea's books, they're clean romance and they're really funny because she doesn't get caught up in, oh, everybody has to talk like they're from the medieval ages, and everybody just talks. They don't really use modern slang, of course, but they just talk like normal people, which is what makes it so enjoyable. Because you're not getting caught up in all of this ancient medieval language. There's a bit of it, but not enough that you're wanting to throttle anyone while you're reading it. So the book follows the story of Robin and why she became Robin Hood and how she became Robin Hood. And so all of the classic characters show up. Robin, Maid Marian, Little John, Friar Tuck, the sheriff, Sir Guy of Gisborne, and King Richard. And of course Eleanor of Aquitaine. It was really weird reading this because I kept picturing some of the characters from the Disney animated movies, so I'm sitting there imagining humans going up against random animals, and I'm just like, this is so weird, guys. I kind of know what it feels like to be on drugs now, because I feel like I am tripping. But that was just because I was imagining Disney characters running around with live people, so that was on me. So what it does is it talks a lot about how the myth of Robin Hood was born, and so Robin is narrating it, it's first person, and so she'll say, this is what really happened, and then this is what caused people to think that this happened. Like some of the Robin Hood legends talk about Robin having magic. Those are some of the older ones, not very popular. So what she says at one point is, apparently the rumors about me being a cutthroat with an army of the undead hadn't reached him yet. No, that never happened. But at one point, Much was bandaged from head to toe because Will Stutely was teaching trainees how to bandage wounds. Much tore through the forest, trying to flee from the greenhorns at top speed, and ran into the sheriff's men, scaring them so badly that they took off back to Nottingham Castle, their girly screams echoing through the forest. So that's kind of an example of some of the humor in this book, but also some of where we'll see how the myths were born and why some of the myths were born. She talks a lot about why they created the myth of Robin Hood and Marian being in love. So if you like historical fiction or if you like romance, I think this is a really good book. It's not my favorite K.M. Shea series. There were some times that it felt a little rushed in the writing. There were times that I felt like maybe it wasn't edited as well as some of her other books. But it is a good book at the end of the day, and I think you would really enjoy it if you like historical fiction. There's no fantasy in it. It's all just historical fiction. And it's really fun to read it as somebody who knows enough about Robin Hood to pick up on, oh, I know that person, and oh yeah, I've heard of that person. So it's good, it's fun, and I do recommend it if that's your kind of thing. So let me know down below what your favorite story of Robin Hood is, what your favorite version is, if there are any other books about Robin Hood that you think I would like. Comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.